Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a fundamental piece of English grammar that you use every single day, probably without even realizing it. We're talking about subject and object pronouns. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll totally get when to use each one.
Okay, so let's dive in with the super common scenario, one we've all been in, leaving a message for someone on the phone.
So, a message gets left and Nathan says something like this. Please ask her to call me tonight. Sounds completely normal, right? But underneath that simple sentence, there's some really important grammar at work, with those two little words, her and me.
And that brings us to the big question, why her and me? I mean, why don't we say, please ask she to call I? We all know it sounds, well, wrong, doesn't it? But what's the actual rule behind it? That's exactly what we're about to figure out.
Okay, to crack this little puzzle, we've got to understand the two different kinds of pronouns we're dealing with here. Let's lay out all the pieces. First things first, what even is a pronoun? It's basically just a word shortcut, so we don't have to say Nathan's friend Julie or Mr. Kerr over and over again. Instead, we just swap in words like she or him. Simple as that. And the two types we're zeroing in on are subject pronouns and object pronouns. Now, here's the best way to think about it. Subjects are the doers of the action in a sentence, and objects, they're the receivers of that action. And check this out. They have these perfect little pairs. For every doer or subject pronoun, there's a matching receiver or object pronoun. So I goes with me, he goes with him, she with her. You get the idea. It's a super straightforward one-to-one match.
Okay, so how do you actually know which one to pick? Well, the secret is the verb, the action word in the sentence. It tells you everything you need to know.
And here's rule number one, and it's a biggie. If the pronoun is the one doing the action, it's the subject, and it's almost always going to come before the verb.
Like take this, for example. Who got the message? She did. She is the doer, the subject, so it comes right before the verb got. See? She got.
And you probably guessed it, the flip side is just as easy. If the pronoun is receiving the action, it's the object, and you're going to find it after the verb.
See how this works? Nathan is our subject, right? He's doing the leaving. But who's the message for? Who is on the receiving end? Her. So that pronoun, her, comes after the verb left.
So you can see the pattern, right? It's either subject, verb, or verb-object. Now that we've got the rule down, let's circle back to that phone call from the beginning.
And boom, now it all makes perfect sense. In ask her, her comes after the verb ask because she's receiving the action. Same for call me. Me comes after the verb call. They are both on the receiving end, so they have to be object pronouns.
Okay, theory's one thing, but let's put it into practice. We're going to look at a brand new conversation. See if you can spot the rule in action. So, we're talking about Mr. Kerr. What do you think goes in that blank? Should it be he or him? Just think about it. Where's the verb? Yes, it's he. Why? Because he is the subject, and it comes right before the verb is. He is not here. He's the one doing the being, if that makes sense. Okay, how about this next part? This time, the speaker wants to leave a message for Mr. Kerr. Which pronoun fits in that spot?
That's it. You nailed it. The verb, the action, is tell. And who is being told? Mr. Kerr. He's receiving the action, so we absolutely need the object pronoun him. Please tell him.
All right, so let's recap the whole thing. It really just comes down to this. Subjects are the doers, and they come before the verb.
Objects receive the action, and they come after the verb. Once you see that pattern, it's actually pretty simple, right? Okay, so I've got a little challenge for you. For the rest of the day, when you're talking to people or just listening in, try to notice the pronouns. Who's the doer and who's the receiver? Who's the she and who's the her? I bet you'll start hearing it everywhere. Thanks for watching.